As we usher in the new year, we have a look at one of the boxes that you can get sent to your door for fans of horror films and horror collectibles. That description is the best way to describe the Box of Dread. Every single month, the Box of Dread delivers horror collectibles and horror-themed items right to your door. If you have a castle, Box of Dread will deliver that. A cave, it's a little bit more debatable because I don't know if a post person will go out there. But if you do have an address, good chances are Box of Dread will ship right to you. I'll put the link down below to the Box of Dread, so if you want to subscribe and get one of these boxes, you may not get this box. Disappointment falls across the land. But you will get a future box, perhaps next month's box, delivered right to your door. There is no tape on the front, there's no tape on the side, there's no tape anywhere, just to let you know that the Box of Dread ships inside a larger brown box. So if you see no tape, fear not, nobody has pillaged the offerings provided by Box of Dread. Let's go ahead and get this opened up. No knife required here, bunkos. Let's see what we got inside from the Box of Dread. First things first, we have a Vincent Price limited edition mini bust from the folks over at Rue Morgue. There's the side of it right there. There's the back. Kind of looks like the front. If memory serves me correctly, yes, there's styrofoam. Oh, blast you, styrofoam. And inside, let's see here, let's pull it out without making too much of a mess. We have a cast portrait, or a cast bust, of one Vincent Price cast in, it looks like it's perhaps a black ceramic. Don't think it would be porcelain. It's a good likeness of Vincent Price. Minus, well, I was going to say minus his eyes, but his eyes are there. They're looking right at you. Right at you. Down below there is a ruby-colored necklace that he's wearing as well. You can hang it on the wall. That's a good idea. So there's a little bracket there. Mount it to your wall. And everywhere you go, providing it's kind of over here, Vincent Price will be looking at you. Let's see what else we have in here. We have a box, if I can get the flap all the way back there. We have a box of Edward Scissorhands Titans vinyl figures from the folks over at Titans Vinyl Figures. Let's see which one this one is. I suppose I probably would need a knife. Let's see if I can do this without a knife. Rip this. It's so much easier. Now that I've committed myself to saying I don't need, there we go, I don't need a knife. I really want to stick to that. I can't just say I don't need a knife and then, sure enough, guy needs a knife. Contents also include Edward's scissor hands. I mean, really, without those, I have to bend down and pick them up. Without those, he would just be Edward. You have to add said scissor hands to Edward's hands. And I think they just clamp in. Might have to involve me holding this. You know, I'm surprised, as I think aloud, I'm surprised that Hot Toys has never released an Edward Scissorhands. Not that I'm aware of, at least. For all the other Johnny Depp properties out there. And they've released Tim Burton Batman figures, so I don't know why they've never released an Edward Scissorhands. Maybe they figure just not enough demand. I would pick up an Edward Scissorhands. What about you? There's his scissors on hands, now living up to the name Edward Scissorhands. Articulation in the head, arms, hands. The hands still rotate despite the fact that the scissors are on now hands. Put him right over there. Got some tissue paper. Don't really need that. We also have ourselves a card, which says Rabbit in Red by Joe Chonakis. Happy Halloween from the Horror Box of the Year author, Joe Chonakis. Signature is down below. On the back, you can head over and download his current book. I'm guessing Bury the Rabbit is the name of the title. How to download your gift. This is a great option to read from a computer and is 100% free just for you. Head over to www.smashwords.com, type Rabbit in Red and Burn the Rabbit in the search bar. Click on the title and then click buy. Enter code AD56A in the coupon code for Rabbit in Red. Enter LF93D for Burn the Rabbit, and your books will be free. Just click View Purchases in Library. keep that up there just for a second if you guys would also... Got it? Good. What else do we have in here? We have ourselves a DVD. Now it says Radius, don't get too close. Not really sure what this is. An intelligent effort that will intrigue, excite, and disturb. The read-up says, following a car crash, a man wakes up with no memory. As he seeks help, he discovers only dead bodies. He soon discovers the horrible truth. Any living thing that comes within a 50-foot radius of him dies instantly. Interesting. Runtime is 93 minutes. This was released, let me see if I can find the year on this. 2017? It was also made in Canada. Good old Canada. Interesting. I'm going to have to give that a watch. Been looking to find some new movie titles I could give a gander to. Let's see what else do we have in here. We have an insert. Hey guys, John here with this month's Curator Letter. No celebs this month. I want to take this time to an opportunity to update you about what we have been doing with the Box of Dread and where we're going. I'm not going to read this whole entire thing. First of all, let's get this right to what's in the box this month. The current box features several items celebrating one of the brightest luminaries of the horror genre and one of my personal favorites to grace the big screen, Vincent Price. Although, really, the only thing that's... Well, actually, that's not true. Hold on a second. That's not true. We had the Vincent Price bust, and then, of course, we also had the Edward Scissorhands Titans vinyl figure. So there's two things that Vincent Price was a part of. Again, I'm not going to read this entire thing because this would be a very long read. And actually, it's the same thing on 2 pages. Put that right over there. The last thing, though, we did get inside was Ash vs. the Army of Darkness Box of Dread. It looks like it's also been signed. It looks like it's been signed by the artist because that is the same signature as the signature that's below. Very cool. It's first issue also from the folks over at Dynamite. On the back, there's a certificate of authenticity. Dynamite Entertainment has issued this certificate to authenticate this copy of Ash vs. the Army of Darkness #1 Box of Dread exclusive as one of the specially limited series of copies signed by Anthony Marks. Or Marquez. Never know how to pronounce something that's got a Q-U-E. Could be qua, could be ka. Signatures there, bunkos. So either way, you've got yourself a legitimate signature happening here on the Dynamite issue of Ash vs. the Army of Darkness. These are all the things that we got inside. Working backwards, we got the Ash vs. Army of Darkness from Box of Dread. This was the signed print. Also got ourselves a Canadian flick called Radius. We'll have to check that out. Of course, your downloadable, you can download the Burn the Rabbit and also the other book, Bury the Rabbit. Got ourselves a Vincent Price bust, which is pretty cool. And lastly, it's not quite working back to front. Also got ourselves the Titans vinyl figure of Edward Scissorhands. And it's pretty cool, the fact that of all the figures featured on the box, I got the Edward Scissorhands. Not the, but the more primary Edward Scissorhands. I think he looks pretty cool. Speaking of pretty cool, if you would like to subscribe to the folks over at Box of Dread, let's get this box all nicely presented here. Wrap up this video on a high. We're going to wrap this up with some product placement. There we go. All right. All right. If you want to subscribe to the Box of Dread, I'll put the link down below. You head over there and you can get horror artifacts and collectibles and signatures and movies delivered right to your door. It's as simple as heading over to Box of Dread. Again, I'll put the link down below. Speaking of also heading down below this video, if you could believe it, and I'm not fooling you on this, there's a little button that says subscribe. If you haven't already had a chance to do so, make sure you hit that little subscribe button down below. I haven't mentioned this also in a while either, but make sure you hit that little bell notification and turn that on, because sometimes the way that YouTube works, notifications are not being made available when new videos are going online. Still happens now as much as it happened before, so make sure you hit that little bell notification so you'll never miss a beat when it comes to future videos. Certainly as well, future unboxings will be coming onto this channel, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.